Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us this afternoon for this public hearing. On behalf of the members of the Standing Committee on Executive Appointment and Investigation, we would like to welcome Governor Palacios and Lieutenant Governor Apatang's representative. Who's going to represent?
John Paul Regis. See, John Paul Regis. John Regis.
Mr. John Regis, along with his assistants, the appointee, Ms. Roseman B. Santos, that's Swart, elected officials, and members of the general public. Before we proceed forward with this public hearing, let me first introduce the members of the Standing Committee. To my right side of the aisle is Senator Corina Magofnia from the 3rd Senatorial District, Saipan. And next to her is Senator Castro from the 3rd Senatorial District, Saipan. And to my left side of the aisle is the Vice President of the Senate and also the Vice Chairman of the Standing Committee, Senator Carl Neighbors from the 2nd Senatorial District, Tinian. And next to him is Senator Calvo from the 1st Senatorial District, Roda. And the chairman of this standing committee, Senator Francisco Q. Cruz from the 2nd Senatorial District, Tinian. I would also like to announce a couple of things in the interest of informational purposes regarding code of conduct during this public hearing. Today, the members of this standing committee are conducting a public hearing on the appointment of Ms. Roseman B. Santos Swart to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Utilities Corporation Board of Directors to represent Saipan. The public will be invited to make comments whether you support or oppose the appointment of today's public hearing. We value your input. However, any comments beyond the facts of the appointee or comments that are not directly related with this public hearing will not be entertained. And such comment will be removed from the record. At the same time, please observe minimal noises in disrupting this hearing process. Please turn your electronic to a silent mode. Thank you. This public hearing is now in session. Today is March 11, 2025 at approximately 1:07 p.m. in the afternoon at the Honorable Suze P. Movnas Memorial Building, Senate Chamber, Capitol Hill, Saipan. This is a public hearing regarding the appointment of Roseman B. Santos Swart by Governor Arnold Palacios and Lieutenant Governor David Apatang to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Utilities Corporation Board of Directors to represent the island of Saipan. Mr. Devon C. Macronas will assist us in this public hearing. Joe Bumudis will be our legal counsel. Mr. Camacho will be our IT, and Mr. L.J. Casio will be our LBC media, and will all serve accordingly. At this time, Mr. Macronas, can you please call the roll?
Senator Ronnie M. Calvo.
Present.
Senator Manny T. Castro.
Estiga.
Senator Francisco Q. Cruz.
Here.
Here.
Senator Corina L. Magofnia.
Present.
Senator Donald M. Manglonia. Mr. Chairman, there are 5 members present and 1 member absent.
Thank you, Mr. Macronas. With 5 members present, we have the necessary number to proceed with this public hearing. However, the floor leader of the Senate, Senator Donald Manglonia, is excused. At this time, do I hear a motion to adopt our agenda?
Motion to adopt today's agenda.
There's a motion and was seconded. All in favor of the motion, say aye. Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. At this time, I'd like to ask Sergeant at Arms to please escort the governor's rep and the appointee into the chamber. And sir, before you introduce the members of this standing committee, please state your name for the record. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Hafaday Zantiro, Chairman Francisco Q. Cruz, and honorable members of the Executive Appointments and Government Investigations Committee for the 24th Senate Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature. For record purposes, my name is Jean Paul B. Regis, Acting Special Assistant for the Administration under the Office of the Governor. On behalf of Governor Arno I. Palacios and Lieutenant Governor David M. Appointee, I thank you for the opportunity to appear before you today. I am pleased to introduce Ms. Rosamund B. Santos Ward, the Governor and Lieutenant Governor's nominee for the Commonwealth Utilities Corporation Board of Directors, representing women of the 3rd Senatorial District of Saipan. Mr. Chairman and honorable members of the EAGI Committee, Ms. Ward has an impressive service record that spans more than 26 years, earning her Juris Doctorate degree from the University of Denver College of Law in 2004, and a former Congresswoman herself, who served on the 16th Sinai Legislature and chaired the Judiciary and Government Operations. She has made significant contribution to the general public, private sector, and religious activities. Her dedication is evident throughout her various roles and initiatives to improve the community. Governor Palacios and Lieutenant Governor Appointee place their full trust and confidence in Ms. Ward to serve on the CUC Board of Directors. Her experience, credentials, and dedication to serving our great Commonwealth make her an excellent candidate for this position, and we kindly ask for your expeditious approval. I am confident that she is well prepared to answer any questions you may have and share her vision. Thank you, Jesus Moses Angeliso, for the opportunity to introduce her to this august body. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Regis. And before I recognize the appointee, Ms. Rosamund, please rise and raise your right hand so that the admin assistant can administer the oath. Thank you.
Rosamund B. Santos Ward, you do solemnly swear under the penalty of perjury that the testimony you shall give in the matter at hand shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you.
Thank you. I know you have submitted all required documents by this committee, but if you have anything else that you wish to share with us, you have the floor, but please state your name for the record. Thank you.
Buenos dias, um saludo para todos. When the governor had called me to serve in this capacity, I was actually quite surprised because I ever thought of going back into government service. But after consulting with my husband and my family, I was encouraged and reminded that this is also a service that's necessary to be fulfilled to help our ratepayers, because right now times are really tough. And there are a lot of questions out there that are still left unanswered. And with that encouragement and through prayer, because I know this job is not easy, I thought about it, prayed over it, and accepted the challenge, if you will, because it really is a challenge to understand the complexities of our only sole utility company for the CNMI. And in that capacity, I can only hope and pray that I could be of great service to the CNMI.
Thank you, Ms. Ward. And before I recognize the members of the general public, first I would like to recognize those entities that are invited to participate in today's public hearing. From the CUC, the Board of Directors, Mr. Kevin Watson, Anyone here for the executive director? No one? Let the record reflect there's no one representing the executive director. Any members of the Commonwealth Utility Corporation Board of Director that is here to deliver testimony? No one? Let the record reflect that there's no one from the Board of Director. This time I'd like to entertain public comment, but before I recognize the general public, I would like again to remind everyone that any comment that is raised that are not directly related with this public hearing will not be entertained, and such comment will be removed from the record. At this time, I open the floor for public comment. Anyone wishes to come forward and testify, whether you're in support or not in support, you're welcome to come and testify. But before you proceed with your testimony, please state your name for the record. Thank you.
Good
No.
afternoon, Senator. Mr. Chairman, a member of this body. My name is Ramon Camacho. I'm the mayor for the municipality of Saipan. Mr. Chairman, a member of this body, I strongly support the nominee. We all know the background of this nominee. She's capable, especially she understands the situation, what we're facing here in utility issues. She's very vocal. She has this low degree background. She's been a prosecutor. She possesses a lot. She's a member of the church, the member of the community, and I strongly support the nomination from the administration. And I humbly ask each and every one of you to please support and confirm the nominee, Ms. Rosamond Swart, for the position of Board of Director for GUC. Jesus Mas.
Thank you, Mayor. Still open for public comment.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chairman Cruz and honorable members of this august body. For the record, my name is John Paul Colossus Sablon. I am here in my official capacity to provide oral testimony in support of Ms. Rosamond B. Santos Swart to serve as a board member under the CUC board. I've known Ms. Rosamond for many years. She has been a people's person, and I'm sure that if confirmed, she would use all her knowledge and experience to provide services for our dear people of the Commonwealth. So I ask for your solemn support and confirmation for the appointment of Ms. Rosamond Santos Swart. Undang Cruz Masi. And for the record also, Mr. Chairman, my office did provide written comments to your office. Undang Cruz Masi.
Thank you, Congressman Sablon. Still open for public comment.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chairman Cruz and Senate members. So I'm here in two capacities, but first off, I would like to speak on my capacity as the PUTC chairman for the legislative, on a House. And I do support, the confirmation for Auntie Rosamond Santos to be a board member. And I would like to offer our handout as well to whatever it is that you need on PUTC side for the House. We'll be there to support. On my stance as as a regular citizen, I'm one of those very fortunate few that are able to afford, to install renewable energy in my residence. And I can tell you this much. It does feel good when you receive your CUC bill and the only electric charge on your bill is $7 for customer service fee. And I wish and I hope that everybody in this community, in the whole CNMI, can afford to that technology. And I hope that, Ms. Santos, when she gets in there and you guys confirm her, that she can work with the board and the community at large to fully implement and to allow everyone to avail to that technology. And at the same time, I'm pretty sure that all of us as well, whenever we look at our CUC bill, something doesn't add up. And I hope and I recommend that, the board, would conduct a full financial audit and a desk audit of CUC. And I'm pretty sure that, Auntie Rose here can, help lead the way as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman Adon. I see a member of the CUC family. Are you here to represent the board? Or is the executive director? Before you begin, please state your name for the record. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Committee President, Chairman, and members of the committee, Senate Committee. I am here as the Chief Financial Officer of CUC. I believe that some of the board members are submitting their comments by letter, writing, and I was expecting to meet my executive director up here, so he is on his way. I know that he had just wrapping up at another meeting. But if you allow me, I would like to make some comments in support of Ms. Santos.
Of course, Mr. Lai, we want to hear from the CUC side as to whether you're in support or not. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. For the record again, my name is Bettina G. Terlahi. I am the Chief Financial Officer of CUC. This letter is dated March 11, 2025. Addressed to the Honorable Francisco Q. Cruz, Chairman of the Committee on Executive Appointments and Government Investigations of the 24th NMI Legislature. Dear Chairman Cruz, I submit this letter in support of Rosamond Santos Sort, nominee of the Honorable Governor Arnold I. Palacios and Lieutenant Governor David M. Aptang to the Commonwealth Utilities Corporation Board of Directors. Ms. Santos Sort is a reputable professional in the CNMI. She has served the community in several capacities, including a time when she was a public servant as Precinct 5's legislative representative some years ago. She is very well of what public service is. She is smart, vocal, and determined, and her experiences running several of her own businesses would be beneficial to CUC. As an experienced attorney, she understands the need to uphold herself and follow a code of ethics to include integrity, objectivity, professional competence, due care, confidentiality, professional behavior, and independence. These standards are critical when discerning matters at the board level, most especially while coping with matters that are with ambiguity, conflicts of interest, and protecting the public interest. Lastly, Ms. Santos Sort is from here, the CNMI, and I believe she wants to see the utility grow and serve the community at its best. I believe she will perform to the required standards and in the best interest of the corporation and its stakeholders. In closing, I humbly ask you and your Senate committee for a favorable confirmation of Ms. Rosamond Santos Sort to the CUC Board of Directors. Thank you for this opportunity to submit comments and for your consideration. This is Masi.
Thank you, Mr. Lai. Still open for public comment? Anyone else? Once we close public comment, we will not go back to public comment. So this is the opportunity. Anyone else in the gallery?
Good afternoon, esteemed members of this body. My name is Donna Flores, and I'm here in my personal capacity in support of Mrs. Rosamond Santos Sword to the board of the Commonwealth Utilities Corporation. She's a childhood friend. I've known her. We've grown up together. We still know each other. We know each other both professionally and personally. And as you all know, she is an attorney at law, and with that comes big responsibility. She has to uphold integrity, full faith, and she has to represent the community, and that's what she does. She's an advocate, and I know that. And I did hear her say, she didn't really expect. It was kind of a surprise, and to be nominated by the governor and lieutenant governor, and sometimes those are the kind of people we need serving on our boards, right? Those who least expect it, because these are really the people who have high expectations and will do their best to represent the community and the issues at hand. So again, I highly encourage you to vote for the best interests of our community here in the CNMI, and I really feel in my heart that Miss Santos Sword is the right person to be the voice for our people, especially during the test of times that we're experiencing now. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Is still open for public comment? Anyone else?
Good afternoon. My name is John Blanco. I'm here in my personal capacity to ask for your favorable consideration of Ms. Rosamond Blanco Santos Sword. I feel that the person sitting to the right of me is perfectly capable of handling the job. I know that in many ways, her and I not always agree on a lot of things, but I know her to speak her mind, and I think that she'd be perfect for it, because I think in situations where she has to make difficult decisions, she's a person who will not shy away from it. I've known her pretty much all my life, so I just wanted to come in and just say for the record that I do support her nomination, and I hope you guys give it due consideration. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Still open for public comment? No one else? At this time, public comment is now closed. Now I would like to recognize the senator from the 3rd Senatorial District, Senator Corina Magofnia.
Masi Chairman, good afternoon to you, Ms. Rosamond Santos Sword, and to your friends and family who are here in the chamber in support of your nomination. First, I'd like to congratulate you on the nomination and say thank you for taking on the commitment, accepting the commitment. And I really have no questions for you. Your resume speaks for itself. You are a very successful attorney, and as a public servant in the past, you've demonstrated the care for our people, and I hope that in this capacity that you are about to embark on, that you will represent and speak for the people who are in dire need of some assistance. I know that for CUC, they have made some great strides also, to give some credit to them in their efforts to put out communications on time. Now we have better communication from CUC whenever there are power outages that are, coming down the pipeline or even water. I know that they still have a lot of challenges that they're working on, but they are making the effort. And I hope to see the collaboration between yourselves and the other board members, as well as CUC's management, to see how we can improve the livelihood of our people. So no questions from me, just, thanking you for taking the commitment. So thank you, Chair. I yield.
Thank you, Senator Mugavnia. Now I would like to recognize Senator Castro from the 3rd Senatorial District, Saipan.
Thank you, Chairman. And thank you, Ms. Santos Sword, for being here. I'm not really gonna take too long because I see one of my fellow Blue Planet Alliance from American Samoa here, so that says a lot. Getting that kind of support is a very big deal. And given your background as a lawyer and also a legislator, I know that there's no BSing. I think we can say that, like,
Yeah.
you know how the game's gonna go, and I think also as a fighter, that's maybe like what we're gonna need, a fighter, but with evidence and data. Given all the challenges that the utilities is facing right now, I just want to say thank you, Director Watson, for the tour that you gave us yesterday, and your team. Very amazing team at CUC. And as a board member, I hope that we support the human capital aspect, the employees at CUC, because they're amazing. Just the machine shop alone. Sorry, it's not the sewer station plant, but given all those parts breaking down, then they're able to machine it on island. Given the limited materials available on island, they like those guys need a resolution. But thank you for your service and thank you for taking the position. If everything goes well, thank you.
Thank you, Senator Castro. Now I would like to recognize Senator Calvo from the 1st Senatorial District, Rota.
Thank you, Chairman Cruz, and it's an honor to be acquainted again with Rosamond Santos Sword. I know I've met her just recently. Thank you so much. I would like to reiterate Senator Castro's, thank you to CUC as we did. It'd be great if all of the committee members, were able to make it. Unfortunately, they weren't, but we did have a wonderful tour the other day regarding the water waste plant. Just looking at the men and women that really a different point of view as far as what it takes to run our Commonwealth power for all islands, and highly respect all the gentlemen, the management team, and everything. I know we are in critical times, like most of us have testified. And just looking at one of the comments from, one of the open statements here, your analytical skills, they mentioned, and your legal expertise is truly what we need in regards to overlooking the laws that are in place. And we are going to need to, take a look at how we can update and make amendments to comply with, the state and the conditions we are at. And one of the testimonies that did mention regarding the renewable energy portion of it, as we would love to see us look into, the criticalness of the upgrades of the machinery in place and for the outer islands, but alongside get that renewable energy percentage, moving along. And with your background and also in business and, prestigious resume, I would like to, we just look forward to hoping that, the votes are in favor and we get things going for the Commonwealth because, yeah. So that should be it for now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Senator Calvo. Now I would like to recognize the Vice President of the Senate, Senator Neighbors from the 2nd Senatorial District.
Thank you, Chairman Cruz. And first of all, thank you, Ms. Rosamond Santos Sword. As again said by all of the colleagues, your testimony this morning was very enlightening. I do understand the internal calling to serve our public in a capacity that we might not be ready for or willing to at the moment. And that was, I thank you for sharing that with us. I don't really have any questions to provide. As was said by all the colleagues again, your resume speaks for itself. The vast breadth of what you have accomplished in your time and your willingness to stay here in the CNMI and really give back in any capacity, whether it's serving for the Attorney General office or your own law practice, business, all of these things I think you can bring to bear and provide as an added benefit to the board. And I look forward to your contributions if you are appointed.
Thank you.
I yield, Chair.
Thank you, Vice President. And before I take my turn to either raise concern or question, usually I don't raise question to appointed or just newly appointed by the administration. And most especially, I take this into consideration, a voluntarily based on unpaid position. And I appreciate every individual that have been appointed by the administration that take the opportunity to be part of this community to assist in any way they can to alleviate some of the the hardship that our people most especially during this difficult time. And I understand you mentioned earlier that it is not, all of us understand it is not a very, it's not a, it's rather a very difficult task to carry this, talking about the whole entire cinema power generation. And, we've encountered so much concern and complaints from the general public, and we don't have the expertise to address those concerns other than just take the concern and raise on a meeting perhaps with the board or the the CUC. And I ask that if this body give you the blessing to carry that responsibility, I ask that you work with the other sitting members and the CUC staff to see how this board of director can do to alleviate some of the especially a high power rate. I understand that we cannot just drop it down to the point that CUC will not continue to operate because within their means. We do understand that, but something that perhaps an alternative energy. I understand in the past there's about more than 3-4 companies that came to the Commonwealth proposing alternative, but those company never materialized. And we're hopeful that this alternative plan that CUC proposed that gave us information from during that Public Utility Commission public hearing. I hope that that can materialize, that will alleviate some of the hardship that our people are, especially, like I said, during this difficult time, people are struggling. So again, I appreciate the accepting this, although it's not I know there is going to be it's a big responsibility, and I'm very hopeful that I understand that you have your own private matters to also address, and I'm very hopeful that you can come together with the other members to address some of those critical areas. Any other members that wishes to make comments? I know that the executive director of CUC is here, sir. I know that we've covered that area, but if no objection from the members, if you wish to come up and deliver testimony, Mr. Watson, whether you're in support or not, or you will meet with the appointee later on. And I want to take back those that statement that I mentioned, that for the record, no one from CUC. Now that you're here, maybe we'll just make correction on that, and At this time, if no objection from member, I wish to allow the CUC Board of Executive Director to deliver testimony. Thank you. And before you begin, sir, can you please state your name for the record? Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Senate, and everyone here. And we want to welcome Rosamond Sword to our team, and looking forward to working and with her and forward so that we can improve our power situation and get renewables on all three islands. So thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Executive Director. I appreciate. I don't want to miss anything. I want to make sure that everybody's supporting the appointee. We'll make sure that what the decision we're going to make is not a wrong decision. So, recognize Vice President.
Thank you, Chair. I did want to ask one question from you. In the event that you are appointed to the board, I would ask that you please speak with the board. I know there are a lot of issues with regards to the CNMI Renewable Energy Act and some of the components. There are a lot of moving pieces to it, which lead us not to be 100% compliant as to the percentages by year. And I just ask that whatever projects, whether on Saipan, Tinian, or Rhoda, and all the senatorials, that you guys do push forward to the best of your ability to make us compliant.
That's the goal.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vice. Anyone else? No one? At this time, I'd like to recognize Mr. Devon to disclose letters that are either in support or not in support.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, Mrs. Santos Sword, and members of the general public, in addition to the oral testimonies received today on the executive appointment of Ms. Rosamond B. Santos Sword to serve as a member on the Commonwealth Utilities Corporation Board of Directors, please be advised of 4 additional written testimonies officially received in support of the appointee from the Honorable John Paul P. Sablon, Congressman of the House of Representatives, Miranda V. Manglonia, member of the CUC Board of Directors, Bettina G. Terlahi, Chief Financial Officer of CUC, and Mr. David D.O.G. Atelig. At this time, no written testimonies in opposition to the nominee's appointment have been received by the committee. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Macoronas. At this time, all public comments are well taken. Let the record reflect that all written testimonies will be included in the Senate Standing Committee recommendation report along with all oral testimonies and will be forwarded before the full Senate members in consideration for confirmation. At this time, before we adjourn, we'd like to extend on behalf of the members of the Standing Committee our sincere appreciation and gratitude to Governor Palacio, the Governor Apatang's representative, Mr. John Regis, the appointee, Ms. Rosamond B. Santos Sword, and most especially the members of the general public for your participation and involvement during this important public hearing process. And we certainly hope that we continue this dialogue of communication between us, the elected officials, and the public to keep you abreast and informed of our current and future Senate hearings ahead that relates to public-based interests. This concludes this public hearing. Do I hear a motion for adjournment?
Chairman, motion to adjourn today's public hearing, subject to your call.
And second, there's a motion for adjournment. I was seconded. All in favor of that motion, say aye. Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. This public hearing is officially adjourned. Thank you.